Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. We got huge breaking news. AIP Bootcamps striking again, creating a scalable solution for HISA in just weeks and more. So looking at the stock first, this morning, we'll just go over it quick. It flew fast down to 1705, the low of the day as of this recording only. But right now, we see that the market's trying to figure out where we want to go again, climbing back to the mid-17s. This is definitely a reaction to the big negative news today. So let's just get into it here. So the big news first, Palantir's major foothold and partner in Eastern Asia in Japan is Sompo. I haven't covered them recently since the major scandal they had in their country in regards to inflated auto repair claims. But now we see they are selling a huge part of their stake for an 86 billion yen profit, so the stake must be even larger. The only saving grace possibly is that the cost basis was so low because they started their joint venture together, meaning they could at least have the majority of the stake sold was actually part of the profit in the headline. Now I'm aging myself here, but off the hand I usually assume 100 yen per dollar at $860 million, but times are very different now, devaluing the stake at least in US dollars with around 147 yen per dollar, so they still sold a big stake here at $584 million, which is nothing to sneeze at in regards to their joint venture in Japan. Now, if this means something broader in regards to their partnership and confidence in Palantir to be utilized in Japan, I don't know. But like I referenced before, it could be an opportune time though, honestly, for Sompo, dealing with the scandal and close scrutiny from the Japanese government, as well as the higher multiple Palantir is trading at today, even after the move down from 21 to the 17s. So for someone desperate for liquidity, it makes sense. So we'll have to monitor for more clues, but obviously the market does not like this news, and maybe the long-term implications may show if there is actually a slowdown in their international revenue. Now, on a little more positive note, we get an update from the HISA, or Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority. I made a video a while back about this partnership, and they go into that work there that the HISA teamed up with Palantir, and that's to develop a data-enabled AI tool aimed at identifying horses at risk of injury before they race. So the tool reviews health information, historical entry data to assess the potential risk factors such as layoff length, trainer tenure, vet history, and previous injuries or poor performance. So all this related data is getting a holistic picture where in this process, which previously took veterinarians about 5 hours per race, can now be completed in minutes. The tool generates daily reports for each racetrack, flagging horses with potential risk factors. Thus, that's going to improve the efficiency and accuracy in identifying at-risk horses, as well as informing pre-race inspections. And we get some quotes here from the HISA, but importantly, Palantir's Ted Mabry notes, this is the outcome of an AIP bootcamp, and it continues to show how powerful their go-to-market approach is, creating real value for customers in no time. And then the biggest new piece of information, I think, is that the HISA plans to implement the tool in early 2024, and that's aiming to enhance safety across all racetracks under its jurisdiction. And I just think of the parallels to sports medicine focused on the athletes, right, our people. It's kind of like they're doing the testing of the technology in animals first before they use this for humans, which I would not be surprised to see, especially in cases of drafting or trading players or putting together injury risk and other reward systems depending on a team's needs. So the possibilities sound endless here, and it's nice to see this expansion. So a small bit of news too, Palantir continues to hold a physical footprint out in New York City. This is not new. They just renewed their 140,000 square foot space at 620 Avenue of the Americas in Manhattan, which is registered at their System for Award Management, or SAM, and that's a registered entity as their address at least until expiration in March 2024 at the moment. So this was originally registered back in 2016, so I'd expect them to keep this, of course, with the lease renewal too. And then just an interesting to note where Palantir is around the world, and of course this is part of their expenses. Then at Palantir's latest demo, the speaker Chad discusses the processes of building a logic model, or LM function, and RAG, or retrieval augmentation generation, to address a supply chain issue, and that's caused by a fire at a distribution center as an example. The main goal is to use ontology augmented generation, or OAG, to enable AI to navigate and make decisions based on the truth of what's happening in the business. So they released this YouTube video as well as a blog post. So just more marketing here, and it's nice that they're covering all their bases. I won't walk through it here today, but feel free to check those out. And Chad has been pretty active too on X, so he'd literally be the best resource here for anything he can disclose on any questions. So check that out if you can. And I know I'm usually good about breaking news, but I had a fire to put out at work this morning, so I apologize for the late upload. But thanks all for watching still, and I'll see you in the next video.